So yeah, so I've just climbed up out of the gorge, just been down to check that trail camera. I was going to move it onto the wallow on the other side of the creek, but last night we had the worst rain I've probably heard in my life. Thunder and lightning, it was the most atrocious weather ever last night, just all night, hammering rain, quite a bit of flooding. Fire siren went off because there'd be some trees down on roads, I imagine, and flooding and stuff, probably car crashes. Yeah, so anyway, down the gorge here, it was a nice sunny day when I was headed out this morning, or earlier on, but the rain's hammering down now. I'm bloody soaked, so I'm about going to head home now and get dried off and get ready for plan B. Hopefully heading down Desert Road again later this week. Yeah, so that big boar's been back down the bottom. I think it's the same pig that went limping past my camera that time. He's a good sized boar. Not huge, but he's a pretty good size one. So hopefully catch up with him with the dogs one day and try and sort out his limp. So just about to pack up the Hilux and got the Bushline Camper on the back and just about to head down Desert Road. But just as I was loading up the ute, I've had the courier turn up with my new pack. Didn't take long to arrive actually. It's a carbon fibre pack, or carbon fibre frame in the pack. Yeah, the Apex 5000. Got a bino harness, phone pouch, rangefinder pouch, bottom pouch. See another pouch there. Might be for holding the rifle actually. Yeah, pretty cool bit of kit. Looking forward to getting that open and checking it out. I'll be using that on when I go to the tops. Actually, I've got to go and check those cameras I've got out up the Umakari tops, or down the ridge off the tops anyway. And so it'll be the next, probably the first mission to use that pack, to give it a go, trying that out and looking forward to it. Heaviest part of it is the bloody box it came in. It's a pretty light little pack, so yeah, looking forward to giving that a go. Cool. Back down having another crack at the Sika. Just about to go and check a trail camera just before it gets dark, and then head out to the edge of a clearing hopefully. Haven't seen any fresh marks since all that heavy rain. We've had massive amounts of rain for the last few days. First little road I went in to check on, our fella's in there again, so yeah, first in first serve, so I left him to it in that spot. Hopefully he gets something, and if he doesn't and I get something, I'll drop some meat off to him. It's the plan anyway. But yeah, no fresh marks around at all yet. I'll just get in and check this trail camera. There's another 100 metres to go. It was on a pretty good spot for deer, and there's a really good beaten track just up the top of where I got the camera. So I'll just shoot in there and check that, and have a bit of a quiet sneak around, see what I can come up with. Still a little while before it gets dark yet, so yeah, just cruise around and see what comes up. Got the new waterproof jacket on, so hopefully it if it does rain I won't get so soaked as last time I was down here. The main deer trail going along here. Hopefully there's something on the camera. So there's only 8 photos, so not getting my hopes up too much. Don't know what the hell that is. Something triggered that at night time. Could be a possum or a moorpork or whatever. It might be a deer actually. Deer could have come running down that trail there, who knows. But I think I'm going to leave it there a bit longer anyway. I'll leave it there for another couple of weeks, maybe till the end of the Sika competition. This is not far off the track, off where I normally hunt, so it's not well out of the way or anything, so I might just leave it here. The battery's still showing as good, so I'll just wipe everything off that's on there and reset it and leave it there. See how it goes. It's pretty, you see that blurry quality from those Temu ones at night time there. Sometimes if it's a moonlight night they're not too bad, but if there's no moonlight they're pretty ratchet really. Yeah, but oh well, carry on. So yeah, I'm back at just back at the camp, just gonna have my dinner now and then head out. Just heated up some noodles, cooked some noodles and heated up some baked beans. So yeah, and then just about to head out for a bit of an evening walk. I got one more deer earlier today, and a bit of a funny story with it. So I gutted it, got it on my back and that, started hauling it out, and just where I come out onto the edge of the road, there's a whole family of Indonesians just pulling up just as I come out of the scrub, and I think they were Indonesians anyway, but they spoke pretty good English. Must have been in New Zealand for a while, and anyway, they come bashing out, well, I come bashing out of the scrub, and they just pulled up, and you got a hell of a fright because I got a deer on my back, and so yeah, I sort of laughed, and then he says, "Oh, is that for me?" And I said, "Yeah, if you want." So I gave him the deer, long story short, gave him the deer. I just said to him, "I just want the jaw out of it." And so I took the head off and cut the jaw out, and he slid the deer down the side of the seats, in between the seats and amongst his kids in the back. And they didn't look too impressed by it, but yeah, he's pretty wrapped with it. And then he asked me what I've done with the guts, and I said, "Oh, I've chucked it away in the bush. I don't eat the guts." And he said, "Oh no, we can eat everything." And I was like, "Nah, no, we don't. I don't eat the guts." So yeah, they don't waste anything, those guys. But yeah, so they're heading home with the deer. I said, "Oh, have you got somewhere to hang it up at home?" And then I thought, oh, they'll end up just skin it and hack it up however they want anyway. They'll sort it out. They're pretty good like that. So yeah, they were pretty wrapped, just going for a tiki tour. I think they just stopped off for a bit of a toilet break and sightseeing coming down through Desert Road, and so I sent them home with the deer anyway, so that's pretty cool. They were pretty wrapped with that. Yeah, so there was a few cruising around. I've seen 4 deer today, and I managed to get 2 out of 4. So yeah, hopefully something comes out this evening as well. It's yeah, I won't be much longer now. I'm going to start heading for a walk and have a look around somewhere and see what pops up. They've been on edge too, these deer. There's a few people been after them, so they've been really on edge. The other 2 that I missed out on, they were on high alert. They always are down here because they're getting hammered all the time. But yeah, so fingers crossed I'll see something this afternoon. The GoPro here's been playing up again, something shocking, driving me nuts. Just went to start recording this, and it says it's like half battery, and then just switches itself off after about a minute and a half. So yeah, a bit of trouble with the technical stuff with the GoPro, but yeah, see how it goes anyway and get into it. Just about to rig up the game bar to hang up that deer, and because it's going to be a pretty hot stinking day, and I want to go for another stalk. And I've got a Stoney Creek meat safe to put around it, keep the flies off. very important to keep the flies off, otherwise you waste time bringing your deer out for nothing. So yeah, be my first time using this. I've just taken the little strap off. There's a little strap that goes in between here just to keep it all tidy. So I'll take that strap off there. Right. So this one obviously goes up over the tree somewhere. I want it up pretty high. Right, grab the steer out. I'll show you how I have it in here. It's obviously back with the Bushline Camper made in Rotorua. Right, now I'm just trying to think how I'm going to rig that game bar, because it normally just hangs up just with the bar across the legs, but I want to have it inside there, so I could even just do it without the bar actually and just use a pulley just to winch it up, but we'll see. I'll have a look anyway and see what I want to do. Well, here we go with the trial run to winch this thing up. How easy it is. There we have it. Bit of a nice combo, the Stoney Creek bag there, keep the flies off, and that game bar, I've done it a little bit uneven on there, but it doesn't really matter. It'll drain out of there anyway, and yeah, pretty cool. Nice tasty bit of meat. Lose the bloody knife. That's one good thing about having an orange handle is you can see it when you drop them. So you don't lose it as easy. I've lost more than my share of knives in my time, so it's good to have an orange handle. Even my big sticking knife, my big long one, that's an orange handle on that as well. It's handy for not losing it. So yeah, there we go. A nice cool shady spot anyway, and the bloody mountain there is absolutely freezing at the moment on Ruapehu. There was a snow warning when I was coming down yesterday. There was a snow warning for Desert Road, but didn't even look like snowing last night. It got pretty bloody cold though. It was freezing. By the time I got back to camp, actually it was bloody almost like a frost. But yeah, another good night's sleep in the camper anyway, and it's one good thing with that, it keeps the wind off you, so yeah, pretty stoked with it. Going well with those lights. Those lights last me for bloody ages. I got that one on the motion sensor one at the moment, but yeah, primo. So we're gonna try and get another one. The temperature's plummeting now, so I'm just about to head out. it's got a fair while before the sun goes right down, so I'll get a decent chance anyway if something's coming out, and something might be out in the scrub already. But I always like to have a cotton t-shirt underneath. And if you've got layers on, quite a few layers, that helps keep the heat in a bit, and I'll be sitting there in the cold wind. The wind's coming straight off Ruapehu Mountain, which is bloody freezing cold off that snow. So I'll stack a couple of layers on. Good to have hoods to keep your head warm. I've got a pretty good beanie in there actually, Domex beanie. That's pretty warm too, but might end up taking that as well. So there's 3 layers on there, and then I put my got a new jacket actually, Stoney Creek one. Tuck that on over top. It's a windbreak, 100% windproof and waterproof, but it's not going to rain. Well, I hope it's not going to rain anyway. I don't want to get wet, but yeah. Good thing I like about this top too, it's got that, I've got a glasnock top, and it's a bit plasticky, the sound. And this one, it's got a different sort of layering on the outside, so it's quiet when you're walking through the bush, especially when you're going through the scrub. So yeah, it's a little while before the sun goes down now, but yeah, go and have a look around and see what I come up with. I found early morning has been a go time. The most deer have been out in the morning, so yeah, gave one away and one to go. I actually can take a back leg off this one and give to someone on the way home. The front shoulder's pretty buggered on that one. I shot it through the shoulder and it'll be pretty bruised up, but back legs and back stakes will still be good. And so that's been hanging there all day like that, and in the shade. And it's almost like being in a chiller. It's bloody freezing here. Yeah, we've had some good spring growth, but it's still bloody cold. That mountain had a snow warning yesterday for Desert Road, but it didn't snow. But it felt like it was going to snow, so yeah, you know what, I'll head off for a walk and try and get something. Right, I'm off. The temperature is absolutely plummeting now. It's getting very, very cold. Might not seem it, but the air is freezing. So I just started walking to get warm, and found 20 cents on the ground. Bit of bonus money. Put that towards a new pair of boots, I think. So yeah, just gonna quietly sneak down here and pop out in the open, and hopefully something's out. Or starting to come out. Still a while before it gets dark. I didn't bring as many bullets as I normally would. I've only got 4 bullets left. I normally bring about 20 with me at least. But yeah, got 4 bullets left, and that should be enough for 4 deer, hopefully. There's a couple of little clearings up here. I'll just quietly get up on those. That's where I seen deer the other day. When I got 5 out of 7. If I had a bigger magazine, I might have got the other 2 as well, but just reloading, they got away. It gave them time. The trusty trusty BSA 222. And the GoPro shut off again. It's a brand new battery in there, or newly charged up one. It must be something to do with the temperature, why it's shutting off like that. So I might actually stick it in my pocket and try and warm it up a bit. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I've done an update on the GoPro and everything, and it's driving me nuts that it keeps shutting off. But yeah, anyway, I'll save the battery as much as I can and get down there, because it's saying full battery but it keeps shutting off. The wind's just changed and blown from behind me, which is not ideal, but can't change the wind, I'll just have to go with it. And it's funny, even though it's blown from behind me here, when I get up to the spot where I want to be going, or I think it should be coming back the other way, so fingers crossed and get into it. A lot of marks there, but they're not very fresh. But they'll be coming out somewhere. And we have had a lot of rain, so that one's reasonably fresh. Could still be out there just now. That one's turned off somewhere. I don't doubt though that those marks back there, those fresh marks, that'll be heading out to that open stuff out there to feed this evening hopefully. So yeah, fingers crossed we bump into that one. Just looks like a hind mark too, which is what I'm after. A lot of the scrub here, it's the perfect height for Sika. Their backs level with the scrub, so it's only their head. When the head pops up, that's all you see sometimes, is the head and neck popping up out of the scrub. So you've got to be on high alert just to keep an eye out for that movement. And when their head's up, they're looking for movement too, so it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. Yeah, so I'll try and get down the bottom here and get into some more open stuff hopefully, and see if anything's out on the grass or the tussock. So yeah, I'll just keep going on quietly. Starting to get into the prime country now. Straight across here. See all this open stuff across the other side there. It's that's where the deer are going to be popping out hopefully. bought the Pulsar handheld thermal just to scan all those spots there. And with the naked eye, those deer just blend in, and like I was saying, just their head pops up every now and then through that scrub. So if you've got that thermal handheld, it's a real game changer. That's the XQ30 Pro Pulsar, so yeah, it's pretty good at picking up through that scrub. You only got to get an ear or a nose sticking out that scrub and you'll get them. The wind's sort of going sideways for me, which is it's not ideal, but it's actually not too bad for the other side where I want to shoot. Yeah. Got to watch your step down here at night time, especially if you're walking out in the dark. I might even walk down that side actually and just quietly stalk up that other side there. Let's get into prime time now. As I've said before in previous videos, if you want to find the best way down steep stuff and across gorges and stuff, you follow where the deer go, because they've been going through there, they've been living there, so they know the best ways. And you get a trail like this one, and down here. Let's come out of there. See these little grassy guts and gullies where these creeks are, right through the whole desert road. There's a lot of deer that live like all day, every day in these little guts. And they can just sit in the scrub all day and nobody will even see them. The other day I seen one just up here, and it bolted, and it only went about 50 metres and stopped and just sat in the scrub, and I could see it with that thermal just sitting there, and he thought he was hiding, but the thermal could pick him up, and I never actually got that one, so he's still running around somewhere. I think it was a spiker, but it's a pretty cool view. You can just see the top of the mountains up there, Ruapehu. Carry on. only about 100 metres. There's one just on this side of the creek I just came from. I'll try and sneak over to this edge, see if I can get a shot at it. Trouble in here, as soon as you move through the scrub a bit, you lose sight of it on that angle. And like already I can't see it, but I'll keep going and it might pop out, hopefully. Otherwise I'll come back to there and have another look. Hopefully it's still there. That other one vanished back there. That scrub back there is about 10 foot high. He was just in a little open patch, or he or she. It's vanished off into the thick stuff, so you can bloody stay in there. But I'll carry on. There's heaps more open stuff out in front of me here. Quite a few marks around, so they're out and about. Still got a while before it gets dark. But yeah, a pretty spectacular view of the mountain there now with that red sky behind it. It looks awesome. Pretty cloudy up the top, but it's pretty cool. That deer must have bolted up this gully. I didn't get a shot at it, but I heard it whistle. Yeah, went straight into that little gut there. Damn it. Bugger. So she's just dropped straight down into this little gut here and went straight out that gut, squealed at me a few times. Yeah, I just about pulled the trigger on her too and she spun round. It was hard to tell what angle her body was on in the scrub and that tussock, this stuff here. So yeah, it's saying low battery on my GoPro, and which it's bloody not. It's full charge, and it just keeps shutting off and shutting off. It's going back to the shop now. I'm sick of it. And that deer has bolted. Oh, unless the record. Yeah, back at camp. It was a bit of a slow, long walk back. The moon's out. It's pretty bright moon tonight. It's about half moon. So just get my bed sorted out, and might actually just fold the bed down and go with plan B and head to another spot. Just drive there tonight, and so I don't know, as soon as I wake up in the morning I'll just get out and go straight into the bush. So hopefully do a bit of bush stalking. Might check a couple of open spots that I know, see how I go with those. But yeah, it was pretty cool little walk, that one there. Just seen 4 deer, so and it was only, it's probably a 2k loop I just done. Maybe a bit more actually, probably 2.5 k's all up for the walk. And I've got bloody holes in my socks now, both socks, which didn't have holes when I started walking, so to be throwing those socks away. I don't know what brand they are. They were pretty warm socks too, but yeah, burnt holes in both of those. And I never wear out my feet, but I wear out a few pairs of socks. Yeah, so bought spare socks anyway. I'll chuck some other ones on for tomorrow. But yeah, get the bed set up. The other thing I wanted to mention with this camper, as opposed to a rooftop tent, when I want to pack this thing up and move, I literally just shut the door, lock the door and drive off. And there's no folding up and folding down of rooftop tents. So yeah, it's been bloody useful, and it's highly convenient just to shut their door in there and just drive off. The other thing with it, I've driven through some rough spots in that, and I thought if I have a rooftop tent, it's sticking pretty high up, it's well above your roof. And this thing here, you don't have to worry about folding it up and down. It's ready to go all the time. It's pretty cool. So yeah, looking forward to taking it to the beach as soon as the Sika show's over, and the Sika show in the Stoney Creek Sika competition, the Hind competition. Once they're done and dusted, I'll be heading over to Carfair for a few fishing trips over there. Be taking the boat out and going out in the boat, and also do a bit of floundering hopefully, and try and use my cast net, my throw net, chuck that off the wharf and try and get some sprats for bait. And yeah, see how we go. Bait and burley with the sprats. Yeah, so I'll get set up and start crawling into bed. Looking forward to a good snooze. I haven't done the real hard yards today, but yeah, enough of a walk anyway to make it worthwhile crawling into bed, and looking forward to it. It's nice and warm in here too, and like I say earlier, that pod keeps the wind off, and it's bloody freezing cold wind, the wind that is coming from that mountain with the snow on it. It looks pretty cool, as you'll see in the photos. I've put those up already. The photos of the sun going down over the mountain there looks pretty cool. And it's amazing what difference it takes taking a photo looking down into the scrub in front of me and tilting slightly, and you see that orange sky behind the mountain. That's quite a big difference just from a slight tilt in that camera, for just my cell phone anyway. And that's only a pretty cheap cell phone. It's just about on its last legs, got a couple of cracks on the screen from when I dropped it on the rocks down south. But yep, so bedtime, and might just pack up, actually drive to the next spot, and then get ready for the morning, have a look somewhere before I head home. So 5:45, just had a shot at a deer, pretty sure I've got it. I see one bit of blood back there, there's some more there. Oh, it's got a bit there. Oh yeah, sweet. Beauty. Another good score. Not a bad little hind. I think it's a hind. Yeah, little hind. So cool. Another jaw. Another jaw for the comp. Let's drag it out here. It's a bit tangled up, but yeah. Only went about 25 metres at the most. And it's blown a hurrah of a big bloody hole in it. But yeah, cool.